Welcome back, trainers, and today we're going to be taking a look at Cobalion. This thing is amazing with Double Kick as well as Sacred Sword, and we're going to be going with Stone Edge. Now, it is a legacy. In my last video, I said you don't need to use this Elite TM. Well, you don't if you have one already, but this is a 98 that I do plan on powering up. Essentially, it's a 100 in for the Master League, so we're going to go ahead and use that Elite TM on it so we can get it going. It's an older one. We're going to be pairing it up with Cresselia as well as Giratina, so we're looking at an all legendary team here. I don't really do this too often. It just kind of fell into place like this, and we're going to roll with it, and it did quite nicely here. So for the first match, we are going to have a long drawn-out battle here between these two Cresselias. Now, I am going to be getting my Moonblasts through as soon as possible, because you get the chance of lowering their attack, and if you do that, well, you're going to have the leg up because their Moonblast is going to be doing less, and there you go, there you have it. As far as sneaking quick moves through, I mean, I'll sneak one through when they throw a charge move, unless we have a CMP like that and they don't get to sneak one through. Otherwise, it doesn't really matter. All right, so we got a shield from them. Great. You're going to see what happens here. They tried to go the distance for the farm down here, but I'm able to get to another Moonblast. Not quite able to take them out, and we're still psycho cutting it up, folks, because we lowered their attack. They're doing like half of an HP each time. All right, so they're bringing in their Trevenant. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Giratina, which does have Dragon Breath, as you can see here, Dragon Claw, and Shadow Sneak. So we're going to call that. It is a Seed Bomb. Beautiful. And they swap into a Swampert. Cobalion, where's it at? Now's the time, kind of, going up against a Trevenant doesn't seem too great with Double Kick and Sacred Sword, right? Yeah, it doesn't seem too good, but we do have Stone Edge, so we're going to go ahead and swap now. We just wanted them to kind of use that energy. We knew they had a whole bunch. Letting the first Hydro Cannon go. Still holding on to both of our shields here. Going for the Sacred Sword on the Swampert, doing some good damage here. And all of the Swords of Justice trio, they've all got the same attack, so it's all looking the same there. I did enjoy this Pokemon. This is going to be kind of like a situation here, but it is going to be doing some great things, and I enjoyed it. Man, I didn't go negative one time with this team here. So we had like a 4-1, another 4-1, and I had a couple battles left over that I won from that set. So we're taking that win there. Looking good. If you do enjoy my videos, give it a thumbs up. Really do appreciate when you do hit that like button. So yeah, about the Cresselia, yeah, like, where's Grassnot? How come you don't have it? Well, that's kind of a legacy, and don't have it, but that's still okay. I could use an Elite TM, but the thing is, most people think you have Grassnot, so that's why they're retreating. Let's go. Oh, let's go. So they're swapping into a Galvantula. We're going to be bringing in that Giratina, which completely walls it here. So we do get off one Dragon Claw, because if we don't, it is going to be a bit of a stretch to farm it down after they do debuff us and continuously get to this lunge here, which is not very effective, but it is adding up. So we got to go ahead and take them out there. So it's perfect. So we're going to go for a Shadow Sneak onto, what did they bring into the battlefield? A Aromatisse. So I go for a Dragon Claw because just doing as much damage as I can before I go down, even though it's just nothing. With that lowered attack, plus it is resisted. So we're going to go ahead and bring in our Cresselia. So Cobalion is not going to be taking super effective damage from fairy type moves because it is going to be part steel. And that's the nice thing about it, but it also is going to be taking super effective from that fighting. So again, I found this team to be really good. Give it a shot. Same order, same moves, and hopefully you have the same kind of odds with the alignment here. So at this point, I'm thinking I have to take this thing out. I can let this next one go. All right, never mind. They're letting it go, so we're just going to immediately bring in our Cobalion, and it is going to dominate the wall rain. You already know. I'd be surprised if they stayed here. Well, actually, you know, they could bait us a couple of times and then try to Earthquake us. So hope's not over yet. After I shield this up, I think hope is over. Yeah. Good game, Cobalion taking the win for us at the end. Let's go. Moving on to our next one here. We're going to be met with a Swampert again. It is a psychological mind game here. Whether or not I have Grassnot, they're retreating. And now I'm going to reveal that I don't, because I go for the Future Sight. Although we could technically have Future Sight and Grassnot. So getting that off, doing a ton of damage. What was the point of that? Well, to bring them down low enough to farm them down. Simple as that. Cobalion doesn't necessarily want to see a Swampert, but it can put up a fight. It's not like fighting's resisted by it. And they're going to be bringing in, what was that, a Muck? Oh, an Umbreon. Oh, it's this battle. Okay. Yeah. Oh, you could already see what's going to happen here. So getting off as much damage as we can. We do have Dragon Breath, so it is actually going to be doing something more so than nothing, almost like recovering it if you do have Shadow Claw. All right, so we're going down. Great. Bringing in Cobalion, time to have a little fun. Now, even if they have Psychic, we don't need to worry about it. I do throw this right away so we can do some decent damage, so the Cresselia doesn't have to have too much stress when it comes to that if they do want to swap here. But they're shielding up the first one. We let it go. They're bringing in that Swampert. We bring back the Cresselia. Cresselia is just a tank, so we're going to go ahead and let this first one go. Hydro Cannon barely tickling us here. It's going to take several more to take us down, actually. And we're going to actually let the next one go as well. And go for the Moonblast, because we figured that this is the final countdown and it is about time to start shielding up, especially if they think we have Grouse-Knot. But now they know we don't. So Moonblast it is. Still going to be doing a lot of damage here. Letting this next one go, I know it's getting a little close. So we're going to go ahead and shield this one up. And then go for the Future Sight on the Swampert here. They have no more shield, so this is going to be doing a ton of damage. Not necessarily going to KO, but it's going to be bringing them down low enough for us to swap into the Cobalion. And they're bringing in their Umbreon immediately here, so we don't need to shield any of this up. Look how little damage that does. Because of our fighting type, we do resist the Dark, so it's great. Farming all the way down seemed a little ambitious. I think we're good to go here because we do have 2 Sacred Swords and we're looking perfectly fine, as well as a shield ready to go. So going for the first one here, I thought they had less health. I wasn't trying to be like flexing or anything like that. I literally thought they had less health, so that's why I didn't tap that. But taking that win there, moving on to our next battle, met with the Surfetch. I'm telling you, it was a good day for this team here. Got a nice weak connection up against the Surfetch. Now, at worst, Brave Bird, which is not even at worst. I mean, it's multiple Night Slashes. Try to get the boost. And just continue to do damage. I suppose that can work, but we're letting that first one go, letting the next one go, and just going to continue to go for these Moonblasts here. So long as we get rid of this fighter, we should be looking okay. They let it go, and they're going to be bringing in their Drapion here. Unfortunately, not able to get to the Moonblast, but that's all right. We're going to have a little fun with our Cobalion up against this Poison and Dark type. Let's go. So they're going to be able to hit me with Aqua Tail to do the most damage. So going for a crunch, potentially just trying to lower the defense here. Going to go for the Stone Edge. I just wanted to do big damage before I kind of know. I'm not going to swap here. I'm just going to farm down at this point. So we're looking great. Sacred Sword would have worked too, but doesn't really matter. We're good to go here. And they have a Trevenant. So we're going to go ahead and throw the Stone Edge. If we get their last shield, great. And swapping into our Giratina. Let's go. So I did name it after the cheat codes pack from the old Doom. I do believe it was number 2 for the cheat code for the name that I do have that you can see in the beginning. All right, so great. We still got 2 shields left, and all right, farming them down and hitting the Dragon Claw. And this time we don't need to. They don't have any health. Taking that win, looking good. Still with the shield left. This team is just poof. All right, folks, so this is going to be one intense battle here, and let's get into it. So we're met with the Scrafty. This is typically not bad for the Cresselia, right? This is a good position for me. It's going to essentially one-shot it. It survives with a little bit of HP, so there is that, but it basically takes them out in one shot. So letting that first foul play go, no problem at all. We can even take another one, easy money here. They're going to be catching, very good timing, I'm going to have to say. Whether they're catching with a Muck, and we freaking have Future Sight. So we could have went for that. So dang it. All right, nice catch. Bringing in our Giratina here. So we already know they're going to hit us with the Dark Pulse, not Shadow, so it's doing a ton. Going for the Dragon Claw. And at this point, we're going to farm them down. They're not going to be able to make it to another Dark Pulse. There's no way that's happening. This is easily a Thunder Punch. So we're letting that go. Okay, sounds good. And they've used a shield, so I've kind of got the advantage going on here. Let's see what they're going to be bringing into this fight. And some sort of water type. What was that? And melodic. Okay, so since it does have Dragon Tail, we do swap because we don't want them to get any sort of energy advantage farm. And because of that catch that they did do earlier, we're going to have to make up for that. I mean, that's still, we're still at a kind of a slight disadvantage from all that energy that we did waste. So we'll try to make up for that, and they did farm us down here, which is not good at all. Trying to contemplate what I need to do here. We do resist the Dragon Tail, which is great. I'm thinking, what, Blizzard? Hyper Beam, that's all resisted as well. So we shield up that Surf, bring it in the Scrafty, and here we go. All they have to do is keep hitting Power Punch. They're not going for foul play. I mean, that's not very effective. And their counter is super effective. This is a bad position to be in, so how am I going to have to play through this here? I have to catch myself, right? All right, so here we go. The third one is going to be the strongest one. That's the only one they're going to be able to reach, or should I say the last one. So we swap. There you go. That is my turn. Okay, yeah. So we're going to be able to farm up a bit here, and they get some farm as well. We bring on our Cobalion, farm them down. Like I said, that's the last one they're getting to. And then we'll take out the Melodic with the Sacred Sword, and that's how we're going to pull that one around. Very nice catch, my friend, but 2 can play at that. Let's go. Moving on to our next opponent. Do believe this is also going to be a good battle here. So this would be typically good for the Charizard if we didn't have Future Sight, okay? So they're going to be retreating to catch, okay? Everybody's in the catchy mood here. All flexy, very nice. Tame Growth, okay, sounds good. Let's see here. Power Whip and Rock Slide, right? We can let all that go. They keep hitting me with a Rock Slide, which is crazy because we're fighting in Steel, which is going to have a massive resistance to Rock as opposed to just the Power Whip on the Steel's end. I don't know if they wanted us to come out of here with more health because you're going to see what happens here. So we kind of wanted to farm down, and there's a Toxicroak, and there we go. That's what I figured. They didn't want to do too much damage. They wanted enough for them to farm up comfortably here. And we're going to retreat with energy. We're not going to just let it take us out here. Bring it in the Cresselia because we do have 2 Pokemon to counter this here. And they're bringing back that Charizard. Knowing that the Giratina can also counter this Charizard, we're going to be perfectly fine. Calling the Dragon Claw and getting to the Future Sight here. Let's see. They're going to have to really coin flip this one. They shielded and they got it. They called heads and they got heads. Very nice. And we're not getting to the Moonblast, and they're farming us down on top of already having all that energy. So I'm not in a good position. All right, so all we need to do is get this shield here. Oh, that's just beautiful. Beautiful. So we're going to bring in the Giratina. But they got a ton of energy, and that is what I am thinking about. So there's the first Dragon Claw. We're going to let the next one go just because. Let's see. All right. And they get to another one right away. So we're going to go ahead and shield up this one here. Now, I got a little story to tell you. It's something that just happened. They swap back into their Toxicroak. We're going to go for that Dragon Claw. Farm up a little bit more. And we'll be able to get enough farm to just about get to the next Dragon Claw now and take that win. All right. So really quick, let's go ahead and get into a story time. So that new gym I made, man, people are trying to get that thing like crazy. So I was doing the commentary, stopped for a second, looked at Pokemon Go, saw it got knocked out. It's always when I'm editing or battling. So I went back over there, and you gotta walk to get to this. I saw the car still there, so I went around to my own little secret entrance. I didn't want to make it all awkward or something like, what are you doing taking my gym, right? I've had people do that to me. So instead I, go around, they can't see me, and just, battle it like a normal person. So they start burying it, and it's a Blissey, a Wobbuffet, and a Chansey. So, or Blissey, Wobbuffet, Chansey, yeah. Sit there for a while. It's kind of cold out. Take it out. Athena's with me. Good to go. And I had a feel, I was like, nah, they stopped burying it too soon. They're going to take it back. They're going to wait for me to leave and take it back. So I took the other gym across the street from my house that's new as well. I dropped my level 50 Jigglypuff in there. It's got as much HP as my level 50 Rhyperior. And so I look at the Blissey. I'm like, all right, still healthy. They didn't attack it yet. Literally do something really quick, like on another app for 30 seconds. Go back into Pokemon Go, Blissey's knocked out. Like, what the? I was just looking at it. They probably attacked it like in unison. Like one went in, then another just to knock it out quick. I remember when I used to do that with my friends, just to knock them out really fast. But, okay, if that's the way it's got to be, oh, don't worry, I'm going to be back. That's going to be a hard gym for you to get gold. I'm going to make sure and guarantee that. When you're sleeping, oh, I'm going to get that gym. When your hearts are low, oh, I'm going to get that gym. Or even if they're high, I'll battle it in the snow, rain, I don't care. I'll be there all day. Anyways, just to let you know, that's how I feel about my gym, okay? I never used to feel about this way about gyms. I didn't care. When the game first came out, maybe. And we'll keep going on for a minute because we got a nice little drawn-out battle here. But ever since they started introducing all kinds of new features, it's like, the heck with the gyms. It was kind of like around when they introduced the whole new gym system. I was like, I'm good on this now. Haven't really been too crazy for it. But ever since I've got gyms in my vicinity, let's go. Bring it on. Let's play this game like it's meant to be. Some people say, well, let them have it. Let them get gold. Okay, yeah, well, there's plenty of gyms to get gold. You're going to have to just work for this one here. It's hard mode or expert mode. How about that? Anyways, Just some good old times. Fun competition, of course, not like, duh. It's good. I'm glad people are doing that because otherwise my Blissey would just be sitting there. All right, anyways, up against the Muck here. So this is a great matchup for us because we resist literally everything. And that Sledge Wave just tickling us. That's insane. So we're going to go for Stone Edge here. You know, again, could have gone for the Sacred Sword, but it's putting it within range for us to farm it down and come out of this with a good amount of energy here. I think we're going to be able to... Yeah, we'll be perfectly fine. We're going to be very low, and we're going to have to be very quick in case they bring in some sort of counter user, which is going to eliminate us immediately. So we're going to go for a Stone Edge here. Cobalion, I mean, these things are actually doing great with the Double Kick. It's amazing. So we're going to swap into our Giratina after getting off the Stone Edge, and we still do have energy on our Cobalion that we can go for potentially a Sacred Sword, but we got to be quick on our toes because we have like about 5 HP. Alright, so they're swapping back, and there was a timeout match at one point. Is it this one's gonna happen? I think this might be it. Spoiler alert, timeout. I wasn't even paying attention to the... no, it's not this one, it already happened. I was probably just, you know, yapping away, rambling. And they back out, okay. Looking good. Yeah, when you have those Cresselia matchups in the beginning, it just kind of gets a little bit slow. All right, so let's see if we get them to back out. We have Grass Knot retreat. All right, see, there you go. Swapping into Muck and bringing in the Cobalion here. Again, we are looking great. Got some crazy lag going on here. I just can't help but, I don't know, man, this game. So they're going for a Dark Pulse. Those will eventually start adding up because Muck with Snarl is going to be spammy. Simple as that. So we do go for the... Me and my Stone Edge, huh? It's good. It's a good strategy. I mean, again, bringing it down almost... We're not going to be able to farm them down this time. I get a little nervous here. I almost wanted to undertap so we can get a little bit more farm. And down it goes. Okay, let's get it. Still have 2 shields and a decent amount of health and a lot of energy here. Bringing in the Swampert. Doing some normal damage with our fighting stab. Let's get it. And close combat. Sacred Sword. I mean, again, it's a very spammy move. It's great, actually. It's just not doing the most, but it continues to add up. So, great. Bringing in the Cresselia to just absorb whatever they throw at me here. It's going to be an Earthquake. Not even bringing us down to half, and they have a Dragonite back there. It is not looking good for them here. We're just going to go straight with the Moonblast, of course, because, well, that's super effective. And it is a Shadow, so it is going to be doing a lot of damage, if not just about one-shotting it. Going for a Dragon Claw. I do shield up just to give ourselves a little bit of cushion space here. I don't want them to get off a Dragon Claw, farm us down, and then kind of spam our Giratina because we do need to worry about that kind of dragon damage because we have one in the back. Cobalion's pretty much out for the count. Bringing in the Giratina, and they have no more shields left. So unfortunately, I should have known better that we're going to be pretty much CMP. And, okay, never mind. I didn't completely tap on it. Perfect. So it doesn't really matter anyways at this point. So I'm surprised they even stayed in here. And good game. Oh, as soon as I said that. Anyways, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up. Thank you for watching, and take care.
Hey! So you're finally here! Fantastic!